Hi, I'm Gibaud, and today I'm going to present you this lens by Viltrox, the 50mm F1.4 Pro line. I've presented several of this Pro line, and we went around in Tenerife with Ingrid Rodriguez, so I've got a real situation photography. I made some portrait to her also, so I'm going to tell you my impressions. So let's start. Well, as you can see, the Pro line is a serious size, even without the hood here. It's big and heavy, but we know that Viltrox has several lines, and there's an entry level, then there is a top I've never tried, and the Pro line that is fantastic, honestly. And the build is amazing, fully metal. I really love the way it is. Okay, so but first I'm going to dive, before showing you some pictures, I'm going to dive into close-up so you see all the lenses and what it comes in the box. As always with Viltrox, the packaging of Pro line is just beautiful, double box. It can really protect really well your lens. You open it, you will find some guarantee card. It is a bit damaged, but it's not due to them, it's due to me who didn't pack it properly after opening it. Here's the foam to protect it. You will find a small bag, a small pouch for transport if you want. Okay, and here's the lens itself. Beautiful as always, as you can see. Yeah, metal build, really nice, no doubt. The information on the front: aspherical, 77mm filter diameter, full frame, focusing distance minimum is 45 centimeters. You have a function button here, you have a switch, you can have click or no click, whether you want to do photography or video. Really well built. Here another switch to have manual or autofocus. In case of manual, you have a ring there for focusing. Aperture from 1.4 to f16 plus the A mode. Here you will find the connectors, USB-C, and also a seal, because this lens is weather sealed and dust proof. Really beautiful build, as you can see, fully metal. Yeah, really incredible, really nice. This lens is in E mount for Sony. Okay. It exists also for Nikon. It came out a few days ago. Maybe the size is a bit different in length, because the space you need between the sensor and the back lens is a bit different, but the optical quality is exactly the same. As you can see, the size is it's serious, and the focal length 50mm gives you an angle of 46.6 degrees. This is full frame, obviously. I don't know if I said it. The aperture from 1.4 up to f16, and you have 11 blades that give a really nice bokeh, really creamy. I really like it. The size has some explanation. 15 elements in 11 groups. You have 1 UA, 3 ED, and 8 HR lenses in there. What does this mean? I don't know. They always come up with new names for things. Basically, it gives better optical quality, okay? So, the focusing is internal. It's a VCM motor, dual hyper VCM motor. Well, other names that are really funny, I'm going to translate for you. The autofocus was fine, it worked fine, even against light or with a low light, it worked okay, basically, and it's silent, so no problem. The minimum focusing distance is 45 centimeters. That's nice to be able to get a bit close. I would have preferred to have a bit less, even obviously to have maybe 20 centimeters, but that's not always possible. So not for macro, no proxy, but a bit of close-up, that's fine, that will work okay, no problem. The size, as I say, is massive. Without the hood, sun hood, the diameter here is 84.5 millimeter. The filter size is already serious, 77mm, and the length, without counting the sun hood, is 111mm. The weight, 800 grams. That is serious weight, honestly. Some people will say, yeah, but it's not well balanced. Well, I disagree with that. Maybe the weight doesn't look balanced to you. I can understand that. When someone tells me, yeah, but it's not balanced, first, yeah, it is balanced, but anyway, a lens, you don't hold your camera like this. If you hold your camera like this, it will be like this. A lens must be held in your hand, not like this, okay? All the weight is in your hand, so you have this hand that is free and soft to caress the trigger. Okay, so for me this weight is fine if we speak about the way it is balanced on the camera, no problem. But yes, what could be a problem is to carry 800 grams plus body the full day. Depends what you're going to do. I was going around in Tenerife and that was fine, but we were with the car and easy. I would take the camera out, make a few pictures and carry on. Maybe if you're going to be the full day walking on the street, doing street photography with that, maybe that's heavy, but that's only you that can tell that, okay? But 800 grams starts to be serious weight. But yes, the build justifies this weight. I love that it is full metal and weather sealed, and the fact that you can upgrade your firmware with USB-C. This is fantastic. Let's speak about the real world use. In landscape, well, played around, walking around, making a few pictures, landscape pictures, that's fine. Take into account that in landscape, I recommend you close a bit the aperture. Why? Because you want more things in focus, and also probably because you want more sharpness on the corners and the border. That is not bad anyway, but it could be even better if you close down. And if we speak about landscape, beware. We're going to speak about that just after, about the flare. So it depends the type of picture you're looking for, the type of picture you make, but you will see some flare. We'll come back in a second. Portraits. I made a few portraits to Ingrid. It was not planned. I just said, well, can you step out of the car? We're going to make a few portraits. That's fine. For me, this is not the focal length for close-up portrait, because you will be so close to your subject that you will change the shape of a face, obviously. But if you want to do half body or ambiental portrait, that's fine. So for me, for that type of portrait, this is good. That works fine. Sharpness is fine. Beware on any full frame camera at 1.4. If the person is not facing you, one eye will be in focus and the other one will not. So that's normal. So this lens is any lens for that focal length in full frame, maximum aperture, okay? But for portrait, ambiental portrait, I like it. And the bokeh is nice in the background, all this. That comes out really nice. I made some close-ups of plants. Yes, you can do things that are funny, nice, but same thing. If you are maximum aperture, only a small part of the plant will be in focus, so maybe you need to close down. But still, I think the background is so beautiful, so creamy, that it looks really nice. So that works for that type of picture. By the way, if you wanted to help me, don't forget I've got affiliated links in the description. Please use them. And if you wanted to buy Luminar Neo, you get a 10% discount with my code ERIC10 on top of any offer they have, so still place the code. And with ERIC20, you get 20% discount on K&F, where you will find all the accessories by K&F Concept and more brands. And ERIC20 also 20% on EVOTO AI, a fantastic app for retouching skin, portraits, all this. Use my link also, you get 15 free credits. Use it, that saves you some money, that helps me, fantastic. Thank you so much. Let's carry on. Now let's speak about flare. I think it's important to speak about it because I think Viltrox is the king of flare. Some people will say, what do you mean? Yeah, you want rainbow, you get it. You want sun stars, you can also get it. But that's not flare, this is sun stars. You want like a washout of your picture because there is a source of light on the side, you will get it. You want to have some circular flare, you get it. You want a ray of light, you get it. It all depends how you place your camera. So many people will say, oh, so this is a big problem. Say, no. There are two ways of saying it. If you don't like flare, and you're going to shoot against light, this is not the lens for you. If you're not going to shoot against light, you will not notice flare, so that's no problem. But we must understand why there is flare. A couple of years ago, a year ago, I presented a Chinese social network called Red Note. In Chinese, it's more like the small red book, okay? And there it's talking of Instagram and TikTok together, and this is fantastic. There's a lot of things about photography. And you see the type of photography they make in China. We must understand that the most important buyer in the world is China. This is the number one. It's not maybe as much as all the other countries together, but still, as one country, this is the biggest market. So logically, Chinese brand, they build their gear for their market first. And you see that type of picture Chinese like is so often with flare, with ambient portrait, really a different type of things we often see in the Western world. So I understand that they create this flare because they want to have this special atmosphere, special look. They want like a flood of light that comes on the side. You lose some contrast depending on where the light is coming from, or you have a ray of light, or a circle, or rainbow, and you can play with that. So obviously, is it a problem? Well, so many people look for this type of picture. So the great thing is, depending on how you place the lens, you will get different results. So it is a feature more than a defect, I think, for me. Obviously, if you don't like flare, that's not for you. But if you're looking for flare that is controlled in the way that you have, depending on how you place the light source or the way you place the camera, you will get different effect. This is fantastic, really creative. So for me, this is something you must know. Yes, there is some flare if you're going to shoot against light. Maybe you want to do product photography, unless you want to create a special atmosphere around your product, maybe or probably it's not the lens for you. If you want complete things perfect, there is a backlit but you don't want any flare, that's not the lens for that, okay? Even 50mm is probably not the lens for that anyway. But honestly, if you want to create really beautiful picture of this type, you will love it. By the way, this is also for video. You can, as I said, you can unclick it, okay? And for video, there is a slight bit of focus breathing, but same thing. It depends if your subject is moving backward, forward, and otherwise you will not notice it. But if you want to do an ambiental video with this special look, backlit, and get special effect, you will love this flare. So for me, this is a feature, but I have to tell it, because if you don't love flare, don't buy it. That's the way it is, okay? But for people who love flare, they will really love it. If we speak about optical quality, at f1.4, the center is really sharp. The corners are not as sharp. You will notice a bit of vignetting up to 2.8 more or less, but you can remove it in post-production, no problem. What you will notice is at 1.4 f2 there is a lack of contrast, but I think this is a decision for the type of image rendering they want to give, the typical ambient atmosphere, special atmosphere. I think this is why it's the way it is. But from f4 on, then you will get really high contrast, no problem. So you have two lenses in one, I could say, if we look at this way. If you want something really contrasty at 1.4, you will not get it. You will have to work on it on post-production. But honestly, I think the optical quality does not disappoint. So my impression, if we look at really the builds, is beautiful as always, fantastic. The autofocus works fine. The weight is probably the problem for some people. So who is this lens for? I think if you want to do environmental portraits, if you want to do a street photography in a special situation, that's nice also. But if you want to have something light, that's not the lens I would carry the full day, obviously. If you want a lens that is weather sealed and really well built, this is also for you. So if you look for ultralight lenses, that's not for you. If you want to do macro only or really proxy, that's not the lens either, because you should get a macro lens for that. So for me, my conclusion is this lens is typical Viltrox. I love it, and I'm happy that it is this way, because if you already have 85mm, 35mm, you want the lens to match the rest of your picture, because if you go make a trip, for example, and change lenses, you want to obtain the same look. So this is the typical Viltrox look that some people love, some people hate. It all depends on you, but if you're looking for that, you will love it. So for me, this lens is surely completely recommendable. And if you're the type of person that use this kind of lens, obviously, and if you're interested in buying this lens, I'll leave you a link in the description where you can get it. Thank you so much to Ingrid Rodriguez for going around with me and my small dog Dakota, and made a few pictures also. Thank you also to Viltrox for sending me the lens. And obviously, thank you so much to you for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The small button down here is a small bell. If you click on the bell, we'll get notified when I upload a new video. My website, ericgibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. I'll remind you I've activated the member area of my YouTube channel. You can be a member for just €1.99 a month. There's a join button just below, and I answer your question with priority. Thank you so much. Also have affiliated links in the description. Please use them. And if you wanted to buy Luminar Neo, don't forget to get a 10% discount with my code ERIC10. 10% on top of any offer they have. So still place your code and you save some money. And with ERIC20, get 20% on K&F, where you will find all the accessories by K&F Concept and more brands. Use it, that saves you some money, and that helps me too. And ERIC20 also gives you EVOTO 20% discount on EVOTO AI, a fantastic retouching software with a portrait, skin, all this. And use my link and you get 15 free credits, so you can really use it and test it. Thank you so much. And I also leave you my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much, please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.